Yes, friends. So I'm just talking about the comparison. In this comparison, whatever I've talked about, the nakshatras as well as the samvatsars. Now I will talk about what are the yogas. What are the yogas? Yoga means good positions or positive positions in a horoscope of a native. Good positions of the planet means the position of the planets in the houses, different signs. If in the horoscope of a person, if different planets are posited in a very benefic manner, that yoga is formed as a good position. Okay, that will give a person asset. So what are those assets which are found in these two natives, or Nehruji's and Gandhiji's horoscopes? That I have to talk about. Mostly, as I have talked about, that Gandhiji is having 63 yogas. Mostly, different natives have different kind of positions of the planets in their horoscope, and they may have different kind of yogas. As Nehru is having only 32, okay, and Modi ji was having 65 or 63, and 70, near about 70, Sardar Patel ji is having yoga different positions, and Gandhi is having 63 different positions or different yogas or good positions in the horoscope of Gandhi Ji. That I have talked about. I have taken only 10 or 15 or 12. Okay, 12 in Gandhi's horoscope and 10 in Nehruji's horoscope. And other positions are what you call Dhani yogas and all those things. Dhani yoga means the person is having will have wealth. Okay, will have prosperity, this and this. And then Purna Ayu Yoga, Madhyam Ayu Yoga, and all these yogas are also formed. That I have not taken here. Only the good positions or good positions or good yogas I have taken here. 10 out of Nehru's horoscope, out of 32 good positions or good yogas of Nehru's horoscope, I have taken only 10. And in Gandhi's horoscope, I have taken 12. And 1 or 2 or 3 are common to both, okay, yogas which are common to them, that I have talked about. What are the common yogas which are formed in their horoscopes? That also I have taken. Only common yogas I have taken, and some different yogas also I have taken. So I will talk about one by one. But before that, let me talk about that who called Gandhi as a Mahatma and who called Gandhi as a father of the nation. That I have taken, that I have already talked about. That Mahatma word was given by Rabindranath Tagore ji to Gandhi ji, and nation of the father of the nation, or what you call Rashtrapita, father of the nation. This name was given by this title was given by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose to Gandhi ji. When they gave, and if they were alive at that time when Gandhi ji performed his experiment with celibacy, then they could reverse these statements of theirs. And what were the time they were given? These titles were given by these two well-known persons, Rabindranath Tagore ji, and let me just read them. I have just noted down their date, time of their title given, their statement when they gave these titles to Gandhi ji. Let me just read them. Okay, so now father of the nation, this title was given by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, born on July 6, 1944. Okay, and Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose died or disappeared on 18th August 1945. Okay, so his time of birth of disappearing, some people say that he died in aeroplane crash. So that air crash happened on 18th August 1945. So Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was alive up to 18th August 1945, and Gandhi ji did these experiments of his celibacy in 1946, 45-46, 1 year after the death of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. But Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose gave this title of father of the nation, Rashtrapita, to Gandhi ji. Okay, and Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's time of birth and date of death is given 23rd January 1897. This is the date of birth of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, and he died on 18th August 1945. Right? And Rabindranath Tagore gave the title of Mahatma to Gandhi Ji on 6th March 1915, because he met Gandhi Ji on 6th March 1915, 6th March 1915, this title of Mahatma was given by Rabindranath Tagore to Gandhi Ji, right? And what was the time of birth and date of birth, date of birth and what you call date of death of Rabindranath Tagore Ji? Let me date May 7, 1861. May 7, 1861, just 8 years before Gandhi Ji's birth. So Rabindranath Tagore was older than Gandhi Ji. So his date of birth is May 7th May 1861 of Rabindranath Tagore Ji. And he died on August 7, 1941. I think I talked about that he died in, he gave this title to, he died in 1943. But I'm sorry, Rabindranath Tagore died in 1941 on 7th August 7, 1941. So he was alive up to 1941. And Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was alive up to 1945, 18th August 1945. So I mean, these two well-known persons, I mean good leaders or famous people, they died before Gandhi did these experiments of his celibacy, okay, in 1946, 46 and 47 up to 47. Because in 47, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Sardar Patel wrote a letter to Gandhi Ji to stop that activity of his, because he was ill famous in the society of India in those days, because he was not recognized as it then, or he was defaming the Congress party or the group of the leaders of that time of Netaji Sardar Patel ji and other leaders. Even Nehru ji also tried to stop Gandhi ji, but he didn't react so much as Netaji Sardar Patel ji reacted. Okay, so Sardar Patel ji reacted more, and that one saint, Vinoba Bhave, he also reacted a lot, but Gandhi ji continued with his experiment. So that is what the people have talked about. Now let me take what are the yogas found in the horoscope of these two leaders, these two natives. Now in Gandhi's horoscope and Pandit Nehru's horoscope, both are having Rajju Yoga. Rajju Yoga, which is taken here first, Rajju Yoga in Nehru's horoscope, and the second second yoga as Rajju Yoga of Gandhi's horoscope. Both are having Rajju Yoga, but Gandhi is having stronger Rajju Yoga. What is it? Strong Rajju Yoga or rope yoga or Rassi Yoga? That means the person, when most of the planets and 4 houses, first house, 4th house, 7th house and 10th house, these 4 houses are having movable signs. What are the movable signs? 1, 4, 7, 10. These 4 signs are known as movable signs. Okay, Chal Rasis. Now, if almost all the planets or most of the planets are placed in these 4 signs or these 4 houses, then the person is having stronger Rajju Yoga, right? And if the person is having stronger Rajju Yoga, that means the person is movable. His activities are more, movable. He is not staying at a single point. And the person is more movable. He is Sadachari, or that is also known as one yoga is also there. That person is always moving, wandering, right? Walking always. His mind is always walking. He always will try to travel all over the world or in the place. He cannot stay at a particular place. That is what Rajju Yoga also talks about. Now, Rajju Yoga, what are the characteristics of this yoga I will talk about. This one yoga is common to these two leaders, Rajju Yoga. Second yoga is Shatakalatri Yoga. Both are having Shatakalatri Yoga also. What is Shatakalatri Yoga? Shatakalatri means wife. The person's wife will be Sat. Sat means pious, very sacred wife they will have. Gandhi Ji was having Kasturba Gandhi as his wife. She was very traditional lady, following all the religious traditions or cultures. She was very pious lady, sacred lady. So the persons will have the sacred wife. The wife will be very pious, by following all the traditions. So they were having Shatakala Yoga. They are having, both of them are having Satkala Yoga. This is not Satkala Yoga. How this Satkala Yoga will form, what are the positions in a person's horoscope that will give a Satkala Yoga, that I'll talk about because I know that. Okay, and then this is the second point. Third, which is very important, because these positions are assets or good positions in a person's horoscope. Because Raj Yogas or these yogas means Raj Yogas forms positive prosperity or characteristics the house will have, the person will have in his horoscope. Or the person will be so much virtuous, so much powerful, so much full of wealth, full of property, all the good characteristics. He will be famous, okay, and he will born in a very rich house, and born with a what you call golden spoon. They say golden spoon, right? The person will born in a very rich family. This is what these Raj Yogas are formed. So all the yogas which are formed in these two native horoscopes, that I know about, but I have taken only important one, because others are Karma Yoga, Madhyam Ayu Yoga, Purna Ayu Yoga, etc., etc. Why those positions are there, that are not taken, because they are mostly the 5 or 6 or 7, both are having Karma Yogas, then Dhan Yoga, this yoga, that yoga. Those, common positions of common yogas are not taken. Mostly important yogas are taken. For example, Vedic Yoga, Bharati Yoga are taken here. Vedic Yoga means the person will be king type. Okay, king type of person, the Vedis will be there. The person will be, whenever the person will go, there will be lot of, whistling, lot of, the music will be performed, okay, traditional stumps will be there, or the person will sing a song at the reaching of that person. This is how Vedic Yoga. Vehri bajna hoga, dhol nagade bajne lagenge. The person will have lot of, so that is not a Vehri yoga. Vehri means the person is king type, kingly type of person will be there, and he will be celebrated by different people wherever he will reach. That is known as Vehri yoga. Bharati yoga, one Bharati yoga is, what are the positions I'll talk about. But Bharati yoga is also I've taken. Both the natives have Bharati yoga. Bharati yoga means the person will be well-known person, world over famous person. Both these people are having, Bharati Yoga also they are having. Bharati Yoga means the person will be well famous. He will be recognized all over the world. Both will be recognized all over the world. That is Bharati Yoga. That is common to them. Then Satkalatra Yoga I have taken. Uttamadhana Yoga. What is Uttamadhana Yoga? There are 3 types of positions of the moon. When moon is posited, okay, in the second house or second position or from sun's, what is the moon's position from sun? Right? That is known as Uttamadhana Yoga. When moon is posited in which house? From sun. That position gives a person a different kind of Uttamadhana Yoga. There are 3 kinds of Uttamadhana Yoga. First is Uttam, Madhyam, and Alpa. These 3 kinds of positions are given when moon's position is counted from sun's position. What is the position of sun in a horoscopic person? From that position of sun, what is the position of moon? So that moon's position from sun gives these 3 kinds of Uttamadhana Yoga. And that person is having Uttam Yoga, or the plenteous things in his horoscope. That is Uttamadhana Yoga, Uttam Yoga. And then second is known as Madhyam Yoga. And third is Alpa Yoga. So Alpa means minimum. The person will have minimum things. What are the minimum things? He will have education minimum. These kind of, minimum education, minimum prosperity, minimum property, minimum wealth, or famous also he will not be so much. So this is minimum, middle type, maximum type. So this kind of Uttamadi Yoga These two people are having, but Uttam Yoga is plenteous in Nehru's horoscope, plenteous in Uttam type. The first category, Uttam, plenteous. That position is in the horoscope of Nehru Ji, while Gandhi is having middle type or medium type of position of this Uttamadhani Yoga. What is the position of? I'll just talk about that. What are those positions where moon is there? So that is Apokalima Yoga, okay? Apokalima, Panfar positions, and then Kendra position. These three kind of positions of moon is there. If moon is posited in first house, fourth house, seventh house, and 10th house from sun. Suppose moon is in the Kendra with sun, or is together with the sun, or from sun, moon is in the fourth house, which is Kendra house, or central position. Seventh house, if moon is in the seventh house from sun, that is also central position or Kendra position. Central position is Kendra, or in the Kendra. And the 10th position also in the Kendra from sun. So if moon is found in these four houses, that is known as Alp type of things the person will have. He will not be so powerful. He will have Alp strength. Alp power, or power means efficiency, or education also will be very minimum. So this kind of position is not there in these two horoscopes, but Uttam type means plenteous in the Nehru's horoscope, and Gandhi's horoscope is medium type, okay, middle type or medium type, because his moon is positioned in the second position, which I'll just talk about. Okay, so that is that I've also taken in these two horoscopes. Then what are the common one? Ubechari Yoga. Then Bharati Yoga I've taken. Sada Sanchar Yoga. What is Sada Sanchar or Sada Sanchar Yoga? Means the person will be wandering. Why? Because this is because of the when the planets are positioned in movable signs, which is giving Rajju Yoga or Rasi Yoga. The Rajju Yoga is also formed when the person is having no decision upon a particular point. He always changing his ideas. That is Rajju Yoga giving. And Sada Sanchar Yoga. The person will always wander, will always travel. He will like traveling. He will like wandering from one place to another place. He will not stay at a particular place. Will not try to stay upon a particular place. He will always traveling. That is Sada Sanchar Yoga. And the Sada Sanchar Yoga is found when the position of the Lord of the house, okay, or Lagna, Lord of the ascendant or Lagna Lord, if it is positioned in the movable signs, okay, if it is in the movable sign, the Lagna Lord, then the person is having Sada Sanchar Yoga. If moon is posited in fixed sign, the person will not have the Sada Sanchar Yoga, right? This is how the position of the Sada Sanchar Yoga both are having. And then Malab Yoga. Malab Yoga is also there. Malab Yoga is also common to both. What is Malab Yoga? When Venus is posited in central position in Kendra, or in the central position means first house or fourth house or seventh house, or in the 10th house, in his own sign, or is exalted in that house, fourth house or first house or seventh house. So these are the four central positions or pillar positions. So in the pillar position or in the pillar house, okay, or in the central position, if Venus is there, or Venus is in own sign, is exalted, then this Malabhya Mahapurush Yoga is formed. Both are having Malabhya Mahapurush Yoga. Now this Malabhya Mahapurush Yoga gives all kinds of prosperity and all those things, but one point is there, because Venus represents the married life, okay, the sexual power, all these things. So the person will have, will not stay upon his character. His character, it will not be so much sound. He will have some lack of character. That is what Venus gives. So Malabhya Yoga, even Mahapurush Yoga is there, but that will have, I will just read what the characteristics of these yogas. Okay, so Malabhya Mahapurush Yoga, both these natives are having, okay, and that will give all kinds of prosperity. But despite that, this kind of, this sexual power, because of sexual power or this lack of characteristics or character, the person will be ill-famous, that is also there. That is one bad characteristic of this Malabhi Mahapurush Yoga. Okay, that I'll read that what is the basic point here, because that are all these characteristics are noted down. How these. Let me talk about first. This I have taken here. Let me take Rajju Yoga. What are the characteristics of Rajju Yoga? Rajju Yoga. What are the characteristics of Rajju Yoga? The person tends to. Rajju Yoga is found, as I have just talked about, that most of the planets of a native, if are placed in movable signs. What are the movable signs? 1, 4, 7, 10. These 4 signs are known as movable signs. What are the fixed signs then? 2, then 5, then next is 8, and then 11. Okay, so these are known as fixed signs, and that is Musal sign, that is in Modi's horoscope and Sardar Patel's horoscope. So that I've already talked about. What is the Musal sign? Means they are fixed at a statement, they are fixed at activities. Okay, they are a stable person, they can be believed. But in case of movable signs, the person cannot be believed because always changing their statements. Gandhi Ji one time, started what you call non-cooperation movement. Then after Chauri Chaura Kand, he just took that back, and even in Quit India movement also, 1942, Quit India movement was started, but after some months it was taken back. So I mean, always taking the back. And Gandhi Ji even talked about that if partition is done, I will die. Partition if done of India, then my dead body will be found. But afterwards, he changed the position. Okay, he was agreed with the partition of India. That is how the statements of a person is changed. That is movable signs. Most of the planets of Gandhi Ji are placed in movable signs. So he is having more powerful Rajju Yoga than Nehru Ji. Nehru is also having Rajju Yoga, movable signs. So what are the characteristics? Let me read out. This is first is Rajju Yoga, and second here I am taking Rajju Yoga. So Gandhi is also having Rajju Yoga, and Nehru is having Rajju Yoga. What are the characteristics of Rajju Yoga? Let me read them. The person tends to become ambitious. Naturally, movable signs, the person will have more desires, more ambitions. The person tends to become ambitious and moves from place to place. As I have talked about, Gandhi Ji went to South Africa also, even to England to study. Okay, and Nehru Ji also went to England to study first, and after that he returned back. And then he was also traveling in all over India. Okay, so that I'll talk about later. That what are the lot of other statements people are just talking about. Now, let me just, what are the characteristics of this? Let me read. So from place to place, in search of name, fame, and fortune. So in search of fortune, in search of name, in search of fame, the person will wander from place to place. This is how this Rajju Yoga talks about. There is a liking of travel. The person will have liking of travel, ability to take quick decisions. This is one important point, that person will take quick decisions, will just think about very speedily, but will not stay upon that statement. This is what speed is. Okay, the ability to take quick decisions and a greater adaptability. The person will change immediately. Adaptability will be more or greater, right? He is intellectually mobile. So his intellectuality, he will be intellectual, but his intellectuality will be very mobile, movable, and has one opinion at one time. Okay, has an open mind. However, this is an action or indication of ever-changing nature, because his intellectuality is just adaptability is there. He will change his decisions immediately. So this changeability indication of an ever-changing nature. Indecisiveness. Indecisiveness, sometimes decision will not be, sometimes this time, sometimes this way, this time, cannot take decision properly. And this example of Nehru Ji, I will give one example, which is a live example, which one of the persons who was staying with me, who stayed with me in our house as a tenant, that person was telling me, he was engineer in irrigation department, and he told me a story about Nehruji's quick decision he was taking, but initially he did not take the decision given by the people, local people in India, and he called engineers from Germany. In those days, Germany was famous for technology, so he called engineers from Germany, and those engineers came to India, and a lot of money was spent upon them. But what the decision? They could not take the decision. Then the people from local area, they were called upon. This story I'll just talk about, but let me first read what are the nature of this Rajya Yoga. What are the characteristics of this Rajya Yoga? Nature and indecisiveness, a fickle mind, untrustworthiness. The person will see that this person cannot take decision, cannot stay upon particular decision. So again the person will not ask him for next decision, right? They will not come to him for a proper decision because the decision is not taken by him, or he cannot stay upon particular decision. Okay, from Gandhi Ji also, sometimes he is saying something, sometimes he is changing the decision. This is how this nature of Rajya Yoga is. I mean, sometimes it is good because the person can take decisions quickly, he can answer quickly, but that quick answer may change after certain time. This is what untrustworthiness, inability to persist with one thing. I mean, he cannot stay upon one particular thing. The person undergoes continuous struggle and generally does not succeed in building many fixed assets. This is what the person is always changing his assets, sometimes selling them, sometimes purchasing them, but property, a fixed property, fixed type of assets he cannot frame. Okay, he cannot frame assets which are of fixed nature. He will change them, he will sell them, sometimes purchasing, sometimes selling them. This is known as Rajya Yoga. So Rajya Yoga is giving changing nature of a person. Quick decision taking, but decision will not stay upon. A particular decision is always changing. This is how Rajya Yoga is having these kind of characteristics. So Rajya Yoga both are having. Here it is second one I have taken, and there in the Nehru's horoscope I have taken the first one. Both are having this Rajya Yoga. Okay. Second, Gandhi Yoga. Okay, that is there. Now Sankhya Pas Yoga. What is Sankhya Pas Yoga? In Gandhi's horoscope, five houses are occupied by 7 planets, right? Rahu, Ketu, they are not considered as proper planets. They are because shadowy planets. Their positions are not counted into houses occupied by the planets. But in Gandhi's horoscope, 5 houses are occupied by 7 planets. You see, 1, 2, 3 planets are in the first house, then Saturn second, Sun third, so these 3 houses, and then Jupiter and this Moon. Jupiter and the Moon, these 2 houses are also there. So only 5 houses. Most of the planets, means 7 planets, they are placed in 5 houses. So that Gandhi is having this Sankhya Pas Yoga. Pas Yoga, why? Because this Pas Yoga is there because Saturn is in the second house, right? What is Sankhya Pas Yoga? Let me just read that. First, let me take all these yogas of Gandhi Ji. Okay, after that I'll take the yogas of Nehru Ji's. First, let me take Gandhi's horoscope. So, what are the yogas in Gandhi's horoscope? First, let me take them. Okay, first is the yoga that I have already talked about. The yoga I have talked about. Second is Malabhya Mahapurush Yoga. As I have told you that Malabhya Mahapurush Yoga is formed when Venus is placed in Kendra, in central position, in first house, 4th house, 7th house or 10th house, but in his own sign. What are own sign? 7th sign and 2nd sign. Taurus sign, 2nd sign, and 7th means Libra sign. These 2 signs are owned by Venus. If Venus is placed in these 2 signs, either in Taurus sign or in Libra sign or exalted. When Venus is exalted in Pisces, 12th sign.